Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us here as we are set to take out semifinal number one, Chile and Brazil, as we respectively listen to the national anthem of Brazil. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us here live from 11 Sports. My name is Jose Duran, bringing you all the live action here. Semifinal one, live from Estadio Cementos Progresos in Guatemala City, Guatemala. It is Chile taking on Brazil, and what should be a very exciting match, folks. Both teams definitely looking to make their way into the final, either against Guatemala or against Mexico, ladies and gentlemen. It should be a great one here tonight. Both teams, well, at least contracts to what others believe. Brazil, definitely an offensive team, but Chile, on the defensive side, folks, hasn't allowed to go in over 100 minutes. That means in two games that they played previous to this one, not a single goal conceded as they were able to defeat previously to this one, Costa Rica 2-0. And they blanked out yesterday, folks. Argentina, 5-0, making their way here into this final match. It's to the semifinal match against Brazil. And the other quarterfinal match last night, folks, Guatemala defeated Venezuela and sent their ticket into the semifinals where they will be facing Mexico later on here, live through 11 Sports as well. That game's set to kick off at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But before that one, it's this one, the appetizer, folks. A whole buffet for you, full of soccer for tonight. The buffet is appetizers first between Brazil and Chile, and the main course coming on later tonight as the host take on Mexico. That's Guatemala versus Mexico later on tonight. However, the rains have not stopped here in Guatemala City throughout the day, folks. It was started off as a nice, beautiful, sunny day. I was even talking to one of my colleagues into letting them know that it's probably one of the best days we've had so far in terms of sun. And in the blink of an eye, it just got dark here, and it's been coming down hard throughout the night. Lightning strikes up on the horizon behind the Brazilian goal a couple of times. But that won't stop us here, folks, as we're ready to set off in this first semifinal match. Live from Estadio Cementos Progresos. Once again, I'm Jose Duran. Make sure to give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram on Jose Duran Sports. That's JOSEDURAN Sports for all the behind-the-scenes action of the 2018 PanAmerican Minifootball Federation Cup, folks. It's been such a pleasure bringing you all the live action for you so far throughout this tournament, and can't say enough how excited I am to be here in Guatemala, and thankful enough for all of our hosts throughout here since the moment we arrived in the airport to the way they've been treating us in the hotel rooms, folks. Definitely making us feel at home. Starting lineup for Chile: number 9, Franco Antonio Ramirez Lilo; number 6, Humberto Antonio Rojas; as well as number 11, Luis Enrique Figueroa Godoy, number 10, Cristian Arredondo Hermosillo, number 7, Javier Esteban Quiroz Fonseca, and on back goalkeeper Pablo Patricio Duque Ulloa. For Brazil, we have number 2, Thiago Goncalves, the pride of the Ontario Fury of Major Arena Soccer League, as well as number 10, Leonardo Cardoso, the striker up top, Rafael Sixel, as well as Rafael Alves captain Pablo da Silva in the back with the number 12, and goalkeeper Rainer Pires. As we're all set here, once again, folks, live from Estadio Cementos Progresos, thank you so much for joining us. And we are set off, kicking off from left to right as Chile, and from right to left, Brazil. Chile in all red, Brazil in all yellow. Here comes Sixer, could be the first one for the shot. It goes just wide for a goal kick. Right away, folks, Brazil making sure that they are mounting all the pressure they can on top. Long ball here, search is going to be La for Godoy. Godoy's going to go ahead and try to turn around, and he goes even further back for Rojas. Here's Humberto. Trying to go even further back, and he could be for Chile. He can check it from there. He does. It's deflected off the goalkeeper. Still loose. And fought and recovered very well by the Brazilian side, but Javier Fonseca knocking on the door for, that was Lilo knocking on the door for Chile as a free kick foul called in favor of the Brazilians. You know, Brazil, one of the teams, folks, who has scored most goals, routing Costa Rica 12 goals to 0, 7 goals to 1, defeating Colombia yesterday. A total of 19 goals in 2 games, and in Chile, one of the teams that haven't conceded as many goals, or allowed, I should say, as many goals as you think. They haven't allowed a goal in 2 games. That's over 100 minutes without a goal, this Chile squad. However, it's going to be a corner kick taken care of by Sixel. One of the strikers for Brazil that definitely should be taken care of. It's going to be deflected up for a throw-in for Argentina. Here is Leonardo. Asking for his teammates to go ahead and get in. They see they find him. Ooh, what a great shot and save by Rojas. It could be a counter attack for Chile's Godoy. 1-2, what a move here by Lilo. And it's however going to be cut away and make its way all the way to the goalkeeper for the first time in Brazil, Rainer Pires. Now Pablo da Silva. It's going to open it up that left right for Leonardo. Back to Pablo da Silva. Here's the copy. The one wearing the captain on ramp with the number 12. Checking in is Leonardo. He want to give first touch to Sixel. The referee says no foul play on, and here's the counter attack for Chile. Right on the ball is Lilo. He's going to have a defender on the ball. It's going to be out of bounds and a throw in for Chile. So far, both teams trying to get to know one another. Not as much action towards the goalkeeper, but it is early in the game. Once again, folks, thank you for joining us live from 11 Sports. I am Jose Duran, bringing you all the live action. It's a semifinal number 1 here from Cementos Progresos. Later on, we'll have Guatemala versus Mexico to punch a ticket for the final in the 2018 PanAmerican Minifootball Federation Cup. Crowd making their way into Estadio Cementos Progresos, but as we all know, everybody here waiting and anticipating the match between Mexico and Guatemala later on tonight. Throw in here for Chile. Going to be taken care of by Godoy, who's inside the box. Nobody, and going to be recovered by Chile. That shot goes just wide and deflected up for a corner kick in favor of the Chileans. A young squad here for Chile, and an energetic one to say the least, riding with them in the bus a couple of games ago. We were listening to music and dancing, and spirits were up high, but it's all seriousness here as here comes Leonardo. If he sees Sixto, he has him making the run in the left, and he didn't see him. Recovered and cleared away defensively by number 15, Christopher Brian Veas Arriagada. So far, nobody doing any damages to each other. 0-0 the match between these two South American sides wanting to go ahead and make a stamp in mini football here in Guatemala and winning these Pan American games. And both these teams are already in the World Cup next year, folks. 2019 Mini Football World Cup, either in Australia, the host, or Qatar. Final details on those still pending as to where exactly that World Cup will take place. But nonetheless, these two teams trying to figure it out. And Rainer Pires goes ahead and gets the ball to his hands and tosses it off to Pablo da Silva. Here's Capi. Goes up even further. And back to Pablo. They have Thiago Concalves. However, they go to Leonardo. Leonardo's going to go ahead and try to cut the wall here. Keep going to the push. Now he's cutting inside. What a cut. He shot off the crossbar in for a goal kick. You know, Brazil definitely a team to show a lot of cuts and dribbling as well. But after the rain's been pouring down here, not so sure how effective that would be. We know for a fact that the rain does change the game plan in both of the head coaches. And speaking to head coach Marcelo Gonzalez, he knew that the rain was going to be a difference here, as the ball definitely slides a lot faster on the turf than it does when it's a dry night. As it's going to be a foul free kick, as Arriagada was being held by Leonardo, and the Brazilians not so happy about that. Regardless, it's going to be a free kick. It looks like it's going to be Jason Ronda is going to be go ahead and taking care of this one. A couple players to look out for Chile. That would be one of the players, Jason Ronda, as well as number 14, Patricio Valdivia, who was able to get on the score sheet last night against Argentina. Let's see what they're going to go do here. They're going to leave it to Jason. He's going to shoot it from there. It's going to affect it off the back of Thiago. The rebound is going to go off the crossbar as Yerko Ignacio Robles Flores was able to strike one. And it's going to be a substitution for Brazil. Pablo da Silva heading out, as was Thiago Concalves. Entering is Freitas, as well as Gustavo Bergman and Rafael Alves, the defender for Brazil. Here's Bergman. The ball's going to be played for him, exactly. Rafael Alves going to go ahead and pass the equator of the field to the far side to Freitas. Freitas is going to have... Oh, he dummies in between the legs, but no one to the fair. Here comes Jason. The counterattack, he's going to shoot it from there. Jason, the shot! It goes just over the crossbar, but Chile definitely knocking on the door of Brazil and letting them know that they are here to go ahead and fight for this one as well. As we see number 9 from Brazil, Mancha, making his way in. He didn't get on the score sheet last night, folks, and hasn't as much as other players from Brazil, but he is the key factor in terms of making the players move and putting the right pass in the right spaces for this Brazilian national side. That is Rodrigo Mancha here. Here's Mancha. As soon as we say his name, he has control with his left. He's going to go ahead and try to turn back. He has 2 players on him and getting well defended by the Chilean team. Here comes Carlos Alberto. The best going to keep playing. It's a counterattack. Arriagada. He's going to go ahead and put the ball in the middle of the shot. Oh! Very well defended in the back by the goalkeeper and defensively for the Brazilian team, but so far in this first couple of minutes, folks, it's been all Chile knocking on the door of the Brazilians. Here's Leonardo. Pop it from Mancha. He has the back against the goal and very well defended. However, Leonardo's going to win that one back. Slide. And it's going to be a corner kick as Cardenas was able to go ahead and slide very well for a corner kick. Taking care of Leonardo. Mancha is in the middle. It's going to go back to Freitas. Freitas is going to shoot from there. It's going to be off a defender. And another throw-in for Brazil. Jam-pack action so far tonight here. So in Estadio Cementos Progresos in Guatemala City, Guatemala, specifically in the Zone 6. As mentioned before in previous telecasts, Guatemala divided into different zones, and we are currently in zone number 6 of the beautiful capital city of Guatemala, or as they call it here, Chapinlandia. Freitas. He's going to go ahead and keep on pushing, and he finds Mancha. He has it back against the goal again, and he has a teammate to his left-hand side. It was Bergman, didn't see him, and luckily for Chile, nothing comes out of it. Free throw in, however. Freitas looking for Alves. It's going to be headed off by Jason, and it could be a counterattack by Arriagada. Here comes Chile, 3v2. He has up another side of number 14. He's going to shoot it from himself. Not so sure. He had Valdivia to his left, as well as Jason Ronda picking to the right. Decided to take it himself. Arriagada, not sure if that was the best option. It goes just wide to the goalkeeper's left side post for a goal kick. Regardless, here comes Brazil and Alves. And go ahead and go all the way back to Rene Pires. Trying to find Bergman. Is going to be lost there. Jason's going to shoot it. It's going to be a slide. Ooh, unfortunately for Chile, not able to capitalize on the mistake by Pires. As Jason takes a shot, it goes off the back of, I should say off the leg of Alves outside for a throw-in. Now here comes right away Hermosillo. Chile going ahead and try to keep on going. Out of bounds throw-in for Chile. Franco Antonio Ramirez Lilo going to go ahead and take care of this one. He's going to go all the way further back to Fonseca. Now Pablo Patricio Duque Ulloa, the goalkeeper. No one pressuring him. However, he has on the near side Rojas. Doesn't see them. He's going to go all the way to the opposite side. It could be a shot. Oh, what a header. Godoy still there. Oh, Alves, bro. Alves using his 6'2" span, bro. What a tall player. Alves clearing that all the way out. Here comes once again Chile. Hermosillo try to do a give and go. It's going to be recovered by Brazil, and they need to be careful. Do the Chileans for the counterattack. The referee says foul against Chile. And here comes Brazil. Leonardo going to go up to the far side with Freitas. Doing the overlapping nine was Bergman. Didn't see him. And over is Alves. Now they see Bergman. Bergman's going to be a shot. Slide very well done by Javier Esteban Quiroz Fonseca. As there is a slide, and as they call time so far, as the goalkeeper needs to go ahead and tie his laces. As we know here, the goalkeeper definitely is one that they could stop the time for in terms of if it needs to tie his laces or if he needs to go ahead and gets injured at any time. There has to be a stoppage. Bergman. The ball's going to be lost and recovered by Mancha all the way on the near side. He's going to try to cut inside, and it's going to be off a Chilean defender for a throw-in. Leonardo tosses it up to Freitas as he's in the creative of the field, and he goes up to the far side with Alves. He goes even further to his goalkeeper, René Pires, who was able to get a mistake earlier. What a ball put for Freitas. He's going to head it back in. Bergman stops it with his chest. Oh! That's going to be a yellow card here for Chile's number 10. For Chile's player, it's going to be a yellow card. Not so sure. Bergman, smartly and intentionally enough, was able to go ahead and get in front of that one and cause a free kick. You know, I'm not so sure if that was a foul or not, but regardless, Bergman made it seem like it was, and it's going to be a free kick taken care of by himself, Bergman. On the side, he has Alves. Even closer to him, he has Leonardo, and in the near side, Freitas. 1, 2, 3 Chileans in the box. I should say 5 Chileans in the box, 4 on the wall. Let's see what Bergman's doing. Ulloa directing his defenders. Freitas is going to get in the box. He's going to leave it for Alves. It's going to be ricocheted off the wall. And very well stands the wall for Chile. Is going to be a throw-in and going to play it all the way back for Pires. Leonardo trying to look for Mancha, and it's going to be recovered by a Chilean side. Here's Godoy. He's going to be a counter-attack. If he could do it, he does, and he goes around one. Now he has Freitas on him. It's going to be lost in the side, and it's going to be a throw-in for Brazil, as Godoy unable to go ahead and get anything on that play. Now it's Pablo da Silva. He's going to go ahead and check it from there. Da Silva! And what a save by Ulloa, who's able to get on that ball twice and now puts it onto his feet. So far, no goals, no action, but I should say no goals, but plenty of action. 12 minutes gone by here in the first half. 0-0. Chile continuing to not allow a goal in over 113 minutes so far. That number keeps on getting even higher for the Chileans as these two South American teams trying to battle it out and see who is going to be one of the finalists here for the 2018 PanAmerican Memorial Minifootball Federation Cup. Here's Freitas. He's going to go ahead and open it up to Pablo da Silva, who touches it right away to Thiago Goncalves. Back to Pablo da Silva. He has up on the far side, Freitas. He's the one who goes ahead and leaves it for his partner. The shot, Goncalves! Rebound again, Goncalves! And what a save by Ulloa, who was able to keep the clean sheet here underneath his post. A throw-in for Brazil regardless, and it's Pablo da Silva. He's going to go ahead and control it with his left, pick his head up, and touch it to Freitas. Here comes the Brazilian. The shot, save once again as Claudio Martins able to get a strike off, deflected by the goalkeeper for a throw-in. Pablo da Silva able to control it, and he goes to Thiago Goncalves. Goncalves even further back to Pablo da Silva. Here's Freitas. He has Martins to the near side. Now changes the play to Pablo da Silva. Controls. Back to Freitas. Martins to on his left-hand side. However, he goes to the right to Thiago Goncalves. Back to Pablo da Silva. So far, Brazil all in these last couple of minutes. 6-0. The ball's going to be, the Brazilians were asking for a handball. They said, no, here's Freitas once again. Inside, and Ulloa able to jump on top of that one and put some relatively calm as these last couple of minutes. It's been all Brazil. Thank you, folks, for joining once again this telecast through 11 Sports. I'm Jose Duran. Happy to bring you all the live action of this 2018 Pan American Memorial Mini Football Federation Cup. Make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and Twitter at Jose Duran Sports, JOSEDURAN Sports, for all the information regarding mini football, the Pan American Games, and as well as Major Arena Soccer. Freitas going to give it over to Martins. However, Freitas going to go ahead and take it, and he's in the equator of the field, and he has Thiago Concalves. He finds Thiago. Even back to Paulo da Silva. Here's the captain's going to cut inside. Keeps going. The referee, he takes a dive. The referee says play on. Not here. Ulloa clears it all the way back, and here could be a header! It goes just over the crossbar as Ulloa looking for Arriagada. Arriagada. It goes over the crossbar for a goal kick as Chile looking to use that long ball. It's a lot of teams here in the tournament so far has been definitely using it, folks. And here comes the counterattack on Arriagada once again. He cuts inside. He takes Concalves a shot. Ooh, not so sure if the better option was to go ahead and keep pushing that one forward. Nonetheless, the shot was taken, deflected, and recovered by the Brazilian side. Paulo da Silva. Let's see if he can see up putting in Chile applying the pressure very well. He backheels it over to Pires. Not Concalves. He's going to go ahead and turn around and find Sixo on the line. Try to turn around. The ball's going to be lost out of bounds for a Chile throw-in. Reminder, folks, this is semifinal number 1 of tonight. Brazil versus Chile later on at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, live here through 11 Sports. It will be Guatemala taking on Mexico, the host country, Guatemala, taking on a powerhouse in the world of mini football, folks. Number 2 of last year's World Cup in Tunisia, Mexico. Here live from Estadio Cementos Progresos. So stay with us as it's a full night of soccer here. Well, I should say mini football. The shot from outside is going to be wide and for a goal kick. You know, folks, the clock keeps on ticking, and this Chilean side hasn't yet allowed a goal in over 116 minutes so far here, folks. You got to be excited for if you're head coach Marcelo Gonzalez, who was able to go ahead and keep a clean sheet last night against Argentina. And Argentina said it was very strong. We saw against Mexico scoring a goal, and as well as Venezuela getting 4 goals on them. However, Ulloa and their defense able to go ahead and keep a clean sheet. And I've been saying it throughout the tournament, folks. If there was a team that got stronger as they went through the tournament, it's been Chile. They unfortunately fell to this exact Brazilian side, 3-2 in their first opening game. Were able to go ahead and bounce back, defeating Costa Rica 2-0 and Argentina 5-0 in the quarterfinals. But so far, what I've seen from this Chilean team has been definitely, oh, what a shot by Rojas, goes just wide, deflected for a corner kick. Like I was saying, folks, so far what I've seen from this Chilean team, very impressively. A team that definitely doesn't want to go ahead and just be a participant in this Pan American Games, but also possibly win the whole thing. Reminder too, folks, whoever takes a defeat here tonight between Guatemala, Mexico, Chile, and Brazil doesn't necessarily go home. There will be a 3rd place match tomorrow, starting at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, followed by the final, the great final between either Brazil, Chile, or Guatemala and Mexico tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live through here, 11 Sports Network. Here's Ulloa. He's going to go ahead and keep pushing forward, see if he has any teammate on top. He's going to go ahead and just strike it, and the goalkeeper is going to see it, and go for a goal kick, I should say. So far, none of these teams doing any damages to one another as it's the scoreboard maintains itself 0-0. Opportunities on both sides, but if I was to say if there was a clear opportunity, it had been for Brazil. Here's Mancha. He's going to leave it for Concalves. Los Martins take a shot. Deflected for a throw-in. Here's Leonardo. Stops it with his chest. He finds Bergman. Back to Leonardo. Bergman makes the run. However, the Chileans make sure that they follow that run very well. Stop it. Here comes Rojas. It could be a counterattack for Chile if they want it. Here comes the Chileans. What a ball put through here for... he just stays behind on the shot! It goes just wide as Cristian Alejandro Arredondo Hermosillo able to go ahead and take a shot that goes just wide. Goal kick for the Brazilian teams, but Chile definitely taking advantage of those counterattack plays as well as the long ball sent from the goalkeeper. But here comes the Brazilian national team. He's going to go ahead and stop by. Here's Martins. The referee says foul, yeah. Yeah, there was definitely over-aggressiveness from part of the Chileans. Free kick foul in favor of Brazil. Martins. A lot of yelling, as you could hear here, folks. Both coaches giving directions to their players, wanting to make sure that they are the ones who are able to go into a semi-final match tomorrow here in Estadio Cementos Progresos. Rojas is going to go ahead and push, and he's hugging that line on the far side. Coming in, checking in is Godoy. Steps on it, lost, and recovered by Brazil. However, here comes once again the Chileans. They're going to be lost there and recovered. Cleared away by the Brazilian defense, and we're going to go ahead and take a bounce. See if Rojas. Not so sure that was a foul. Leonardo definitely goes ahead and gets on top of that one. It's going to be a free kick for Chile. Here is Ulloa. Going to go ahead and look for a free long ball. It's going to be still in the middle. The referee says that ball went over and up on the line. You know, folks, even though it's been a 0-0 game between these two, it's definitely been a very entertaining first 25 minutes of play, regardless. 6-0. Here's Jason, the number 8 of the Chilean side, going to go ahead and do a throw-in. Shot goes over the crossbar and nothing there. So far, none of these two teams wanting to make any damage to one another, getting to know each other very well. And a Brazilian team that was able to score 7 goals last night and 12 to Costa Rica hasn't able to find the back of the net, but that's a large part due to Pablo Patricio Duque Ulloa of the Chilean national team, the goalkeeper, just taking everything that comes his way and sending it out of bounds. Now here's Sixel. He's going to try to turn around, but very well defended by Carlos Cardenas. Now here comes the Chilean national team. Very well. Too soon of a shot. Go ahead and bring it down, son, and touch the ball if you want, but regardless, it's going to be a throw-in for Brazil. Diego Goncalves taking care of that one is Freitas. The number 8 of the Brazilian national team, he has Goncalves again, checking in. However, he goes ahead and going to the far side with Leonardo. Leonardo and Goncalves, folks, both Ontario Fury players. Current one is Goncalves. But Leonardo had a chance to go ahead and take a look at these two players in Ontario, California, from the beautiful Citizens Business Bank Arena, able to go ahead and provide some pride for Major Arena Soccer League here, as we have a couple of players facing off in the semifinals here from MASL. Diego Goncalves, one of them. Freitas. Got a ball's going to be put for Pablo da Silva. Da Silva's going to find Leonardo. As we hear in the background, all the indications given by the head coaches of the Chilean national team. Here's Sixel. The ball's going to be way too far off, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Chilean national team. 23 minutes gone by here so far in the first half. We're about to go into halftime, and the Chilean team's about to go 125 minutes without conceding a goal so far here in this tournament, folks. Here's Thiago Goncalves. The ball put to Freitas. Here's Leonardo. Going to go to the far side looking for Freitas. You know, so far, out of all the teams that we've seen throughout the tournament, definitely Brazil, one of the ones who could touch the ball most beautifully. Here's a counterattack by Chile. He's put to the middle. That was exactly the play Hermosillo had to do. He tried to look for Godoy. It goes just wide, not exactly the way he wanted to draw it up, but it was almost a goal for the Chilean side before halftime. But luckily enough for the Brazilian national team, it goes just wide for a goal kick. Here's Freitas once again. He's going to strike in and go over the crossbar. up for a goal kick for Chile as they're going to go ahead and possibly go into halftime without conceding a goal in over 125 minutes so far here in their last 2.5 matches here. Ball's going to be lost and be a goal kick for Brazil. So far, folks, I think the teams that are in the semifinal between these two, Brazil, Chile, Guatemala, and Mexico, deserving of being in a semifinal. Here comes a counterattack for Chile. It could be up here. If they see Rojas, they do. Now the ball's going to be put in the middle, and for Godoy, lost and recovered by Hermosillo. Foul, says the referee. That's going to be Rojas pushing the ball forward up in the center of the court, of the field, I should say. And what a break of the hips by number 9, Lilo, as he gets a foul. It should be a yellow, and it's going to be a yellow for Sixto, yeah. As soon as I was saying that he does a break of the hips, does Lilo, he's not very happy with what exactly just happened to him. Sixto very trying to go ahead and possibly pick him up. The Brazilian's not happy with what's going on. Nonetheless, it's going to be a yellow card for Sixto as he is able to bring down Lilo after he definitely broke his hips and left him there. Once again, folks, thank you so much for joining us through this telecast of 11 Sports live from Estadio Cementos Progresos in Guatemala City, Guatemala. I am Jose Duran, bringing you all the live action. Make sure to give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram for all the behind-the-scenes actions of this 2018 PanAmerican Minifootball Federation Cup at Jose Duran Sports. That's JOSEDURAN Sports. Player back up here, and referee saying you're not going to go ahead and take this shot until I blow the whistle. And so far, these referees, folks, have done a magnificent job as to having everything in control up until last game where weren't so sure if they were going to give a red card to one of the players. It seemed like he had already given a red card as the referee goes ahead and blows his whistle for halftime. At the end of the first 25 minutes of play here in Estadio Cementos Progresos, Chile 0, Brazil 0. We'll be live with all the action in the second half coming up shortly. the umbrella just in case. Yeah, just in case. Oh, the umbrella. I'll leave this here with you. Yeah, it's like, dude. Thank you. La costumbre. Acércate que quiero decirte algo, babe. Tengo toda la noche viendo, admirando tu flow. Hey, it's Jose here. If we can go back in a minute, that'll be perfect. Estados Unidos. Sí. 20. Copy that. As we are back live here from Estadio Cementos Progresos in Guatemala City, Guatemala, for the second half action between these two teams of Brazil and Chile, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in to this telecast of 11 Sports. So far, teams not wanting to go ahead and do any damage to one another. 0-0 tie, and if you're a head coach of Chile, Marcelo Gonzalez, all smiles as they have not conceded a goal in over 125 minutes, folks. Remember, each half of each game is 25 minutes here in mini football. So that's 2 games and a half completely with a shutout for the Chilean side. It could be a counterattack here. It could be finally for Chile, and whoever's going to be lost. As Godoy was trying to go ahead and get that one going. Luckily enough for the Brazilian side, the ball gets stuck in his feet for a throw-in. Long ball here, the shot the first time, it goes over the crossbar as Cristian Hermosillo was trying to go ahead and look for a shot and goes over the crossbar. Here's Pablo da Silva. Gonna hurry in China and find Leonardo. He finds him, he steps on it, trying to go inside, and very well defended by the Chilean side. Is gonna be lost and gone all the way back to Rene Pires. Semifinal 1 here from Guatemala City, Chile, Brazil. Semifinal number 2 coming on later on tonight between Mexico and Guatemala, as we've seen some of the Guatemalan players already making their way into the stadium. Quickly played a corner kick here, and here's Brazil. Here's Leonardo. The ball's going to be played to the foot of the defender number 3, Alves. Back to Leonardo. Picks his head up, going to put a cross in. It could be here. Oh! Brazil attempting the half bicycle kick here, not as effective as they wanted it to be. Wondering if it was a better option to go ahead and try to attack that one with your head or not. Regardless, it's going to be a goal kick for Ulloa and Chile. Long ball here, looking for. Oh, what a one-on-one match. Leonardo gets the worst of that one. I don't think there was a foul either way. Both of them jumping up, playing the ball. None of them was not a dirty play from the Chilean Javier Fonseca. Whether it was just that Leonardo was taking the worst part of that one, folks. He's still a little shaken up, but Freitas able to pick him up, and the referee is going to go ahead and put the ball into the ground, and fair play here as the ball's going to be played and given back to, it should be given back to Chile. See exactly what they're discussing here. Yeah, exactly what Pablo da Silva is going to do. The ball's going to be dropped into the ground and played back to the Chilean side. A goal kick for Chile. Fair play. Always enjoying to see both teams when they go ahead and show signs of fair play. 0-0 match here between these two South American teams, trying to get a ticket into the final match tomorrow. Let's see what what a shot. Let's see what exactly are they calling here. The referee's going to call a foul against Chile. Leonardo gets on the ground. Both players going hard at the ball. You know, it's just one of those soccer plays that, unfortunately, if you're the player that goes ahead and doesn't go as hard as you should go at those 50-50 balls, you're going to get the worst of it. And I'm one, speaking of experience, folks, taking the worst part out of those, spraining ankles left and right. Unfortunately, you have to come in hard for those plays. And you get to learn that as you go, as you keep playing. Definitely I did, sir, the times that I did play, regardless. Leonardo on the ground for Brazil and Carlos Cardenas for the Chilean side. The Brazilian head coach not happy with the call, as I believe the call was for a Chile free kick here. Remember, folks, go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram and Twitter for all the action behind the scenes and all the information regarding mini football. That is Jose Duran Sports. That is at JOSEDURAN Sports. As the 2018 PanAmerican Memorial Mini Football Federation Cup is coming to an end here in Guatemala, as we have what I believe the fourth strongest sides here between Chile, Brazil, Mexico, and Guatemala, with Mexico and Guatemala playing later on tonight. Semifinal number 2, and, you know, head coach of the Brazilian side, João Guilherme Garcia, just not happy with exactly what the call was. There was no yellow card, as a matter of fact. Regardless, it's going to be a Brazilian ball. Here's Leonardo. He's going to go ahead and keep pushing forward, get past the defender. The shot off the keeper's chest. And up for a goal kick. Excuse me, for a throw-in. What a shot taken care of by Leonardo. It goes off the keeper's chest, who's a bit shaken up. And like we mentioned previously, folks, that once the goalkeeper is on the ground, either it'd be for a foul or for tie his shoes, nonetheless, or something. There's always going to have, the referee's always going to have to stop the time when the goalkeeper is on the ground. Yesterday, Chile defeated Argentina 5-0. Brazil handling Costa Rica a relatively easy win for the Brazilians, 7-1. As nightfall falls here in Estadio Cementos Progresos, and it's been a rainy day so far here throughout the night. Here in the second half, and has dried up, but definitely a lot of thunder and lightning here tonight. Not so much thunder and lightning in this game, as we haven't been able to get the most awaited, anticipated guest, which is Mr. Goal, who has not made himself present in tonight's party. We're waiting for him. I'm waiting for him. You're waiting for him. We're going to get him soon, folks. I guarantee you that here, as both these teams definitely wanting to get the best of one another. And in the second half, it's been a lot more of a physical play than actual soccer. But here comes Pablo da Silva, trying to go ahead and change that, put the ball in the middle of the shot! Golazo! Goal! Scored by the striker number 4, Rafael Sixel of Brazil. And just like that, Brazil able to get ahead of the scoreboard. It is 1-0 in favor of Brazil as Chile takes a shot. It's deflected up for a corner kick, but Brazil able to go ahead and open the score sheet. And just like I was saying, Mr. Goal, the most special invited guest to the party, had made his way here to Estadio Cementos Progresos. Sixto says, hey, Jose, here's Mr. Goal. What a play from the Brazilian side. Inside, Silva able to go ahead and the line. Sets the ball in a back heel flick by Rafael Sixto. It doesn't get prettier than that, folks. What a shot by the number 4 of Brazil, Rafael Sixto, the striker. He was able to get it back in his third consecutive match here in the Pan American Games, folks. Chile definitely going to go ahead and have uphill battle as they trying to go ahead and get back onto this one, as it's Brazil 1, Chile 0. 8 minutes gone by in the second half, and that forget Ulloa go ahead and keep a clean sheet for over 125 minutes of unscored goals up until Rafael Sixto able to put that back heel in the back of the net. Opens up the score sheet for the Brazilians, up 1-0. Now here's Thiago Goncalves. He's going to go ahead and bring that one down and finds Thiago Freitas, and he goes either further back on the far side. Ball back here to the feet of Reiner Pires, the goalkeeper. Back to Thiago Goncalves. He can go up on the left-hand side, and very beautiful touch by the Brazilian. Here's João Martins. Going to go ahead and take one. Back to his left. Here's João. Steps on it, cuts it back to the right. Alvarez going to go to the far side here to Leonardo. He's going to step on it. He's going to go ahead and keep going to the line. Cuts, puts in the middle. Taken away by the Chilean side. Here comes the counterattack. It could be for Godoy. It could be for Chile. The ball's going to be lost there. Tip. Godoy still has it. Going to go ahead and play it back. Still stepping on it. Loses it out of bounds. As you hear the yells of excitement from the Brazilian side, letting the referee know that ball went out of bounds. And in fact, it did. Throw in for Brazil, taken care of Goncalves. Pires. Going to go ahead and put that one on his feet. He's going to be pressured, and Thiago Goncalves is going to go ahead and recover the ball. Pressured by Godoy. Here's Goncalves. Long ball. Going to go ahead and lose that one. Up for a throw-in for Chile. Substitution for Brazil entering the game is number 6, Gustavo Bergman. As a Brazilian gents jump of a joy after getting that one goal, and beautiful work of art by Rafael Sixto, able to go ahead and get that touch into the back of the net. Nothing Ulloa could do there, as it's 1-0 for Brazil. Semifinal 1 of 2 here between Chile and Brazil. Semifinal 2 coming your way through 11 Sports at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It'll be Mexico against the hosts of Guatemala. Definitely the icing on top of that one. That game should be a dandy, folks, as Mexico able to defeat the United States last night, 7-2. Guatemala able to go ahead and defeat Venezuela, making their way into that semifinal match, I should say, and also stamping their way into what is the 2019 Minifootball World Cup. Going to be taking place either in Australia or Kazakhstan. They're still going to go ahead and finishing details as to where exactly that World Cup will take place. But nonetheless, Chile, Brazil, Mexico, Guatemala, the United States, Venezuela in that World Cup. As time is being taken care of here for some maintenance on the field. Once again, folks, thank you for joining us tonight to this live telecast on 11 Sports. Brazil versus Chile. I am Jose Duran, bringing you all the live action. That's Jose Duran, and make sure to give me a follow on Twitter and on Instagram at Jose Duran Sports. That's JOSEDURAN Sports. So far, folks, have been extremely happy throughout our stay here in Guatemala City. Our hosts have been very well to us throughout our stay, making us feel at home from the moment we arrived in the airport to on our transportation to the games and back. So all I got to say is thank you, Guatemala. Thank you for being an amazing host for us and throughout this tournament, throughout these Pan-American Games. Unfortunately, it's coming to an end, this beautiful story that we called the 2018 Pan-American Memorial Minifootball Federation Cup. But nonetheless, it has provided us with a lot of beautiful games and a beautiful mini football here. Seeing lots of goals, not so much tonight as there's only been one goal for Brazil, 1-0 for the Brazilians, but that's due to a very well-structured defensive side of Chile. Thanks to head coach Marcelo Gonzalez, who goes ahead and gets a very well defensive side. Nonetheless, it's 1-0 goal scored by number 4, Rafael Sixto of Brazil, and was a beauty as he takes a breather on the bench, as he should. Definitely one of those players for Brazil that we should take a look at was we have throughout the tournament, folks. The game against Costa Rica, he went to go ahead and score 4 goals. He said, "What's a hat trick? Let me get 4." And does just that. He scored 4 against Costa Rica. Had a couple last night against Colombia as well, and he's in the as Brazil. If things stay the way they are now, it will be Brazil and the final. Chile play the 3rd place game tomorrow, either against Mexico or Guatemala. Here's Brazil once again trying to go ahead and get things going. Thiago Goncalves, the give and go with Bergman is going to be lost as the ball's being deflected by one of the Chilean players. Ball's going to be played all the way back to Rafael Alves. He controls with his right. He's going to go to the far side. No, he goes back to the keeper, Pires. He has Bergman making the run on the line. Didn't see him. Or Thiago Goncalves does now. See if he does it. He puts it in the middle with Mancha. Mancha doesn't get the ball right, and it's going to go all the way back to Alves. The ball's going to be a foul. Free kick for Rafael Alves. So far, this Brazilian team, folks, very well sound overall in terms of the way they touch the ball, defend. Definitely the team to beat so far in the tournament. Here's Chile. Here could be a counterattack. He has Godoy making the run. The referee says foul, and it's going to be a yellow card on Bergman. Yellow card to number 6 of Brazilian team, Gustavo Bergman. Which would be the 3rd player in the books, 2nd player for Brazil in the books as Gustavo Bergman and Rafael Sixo, both being given yellow cards here tonight. And see exactly what this Chilean squad could do here with this free kick. 15 minutes gone by here so far in the second half. Brazil 1, Chile 0. And the scoreboard maintains the same way. Brazil will go ahead and make their way into the final match. Ball played short here. We'll see what Chile could do. The shot goes wide. No problems for goalkeeper Rainer Pires, excuse me. Ball's going to be touched real quick for Rafael Axel. Long ball here looking for Mancha. Oh, he dummies it. And then see if you can see exactly the IQ of of Mancha there, number 9. He knew exactly that he wasn't able to control that ball. When he just dummies it, gets out of the way. The goalkeeper probably not expecting that, but Ulloa very well attentive in the backside, be able to go ahead and get that ball clearly. Here's Valdivia. He's going to go ahead and turn around, and the ball's going to be played all the way back to the goalkeeper Ulloa. Chile needs to go ahead and react now. Ulloa's getting enough space. Strikes it from there. It's going to be low. And what a save by Rainer Pires. He shoots it from there. It hits the crossbar. Oh, what a sequence of events between the goalkeepers, Ulloa and Pires. Ulloa passes the equator of the field, says, why not? Strikes it. Saved by Pires. He gets up quickly, takes a shot from one end to the other. It hits the crossbar. Oh, what a sequence of events. You know what? Rainer Pires wants to go ahead and take a note off the books of Brian Francisco Orozco of the Guatemalan side, who was able to score exactly the same way against the United States, as it's a foul called against the Chilean side as Carlos Cardenas commits a foul on Rafael Sixo. Oh, what a sequence of events we just had here, folks. Keeper almost able to go ahead and get the back of the goals. Both keepers, either the Chile one and the Brazil one, able to go ahead in the back of the goal. You know, Brazil definitely just keeps on arguing about the fouls, but just play the game. Goncalves controls the ball and he opens it up for Paulo da Silva. A foul now. Goncalves wants to get on the ground as he's battling. I'm not so sure exactly why the Brazilians are actually complaining about it, as it's been a physical game, but it hasn't been a dirty game played from the Chileans. And out of all the teams, folks, the Chilean side has probably been the most consistent one in terms of not allowing as many yellow cards or dirty physical plays that I've seen throughout the games. Not at all. If there was one team that definitely did that yesterday, it was Argentina, arguing constantly. Zarate, their number 9, elbowing players left and right, talking and chipping away at the ref. And I just say, you know what, just play the game. Long ball here from Rainer Pires. Goalkeeper calling everybody out. Ooh, Sixto almost going to go ahead and beat him to it. Here comes Jason. He's going to go ahead and push forward, and he has on the near side, and he does give it to him. No, he cuts inside, goes to the far side. Let's see exactly what Chile's going to go ahead and try to do. Valdivia making a run, making a move. They don't find him. He's going to go ahead and cut inside as Zico and Cardenas. The shot! It goes just wide to the right-hand side of the goalkeeper for a goal kick. Rainer Pires with absolutely no rush whatsoever to go ahead and take this goal kick. Plays it short for Pablo da Silva. Here's Martins. What a ball put again here for Pablo da Silva. Is able to control it and take it away by Jason. 19 minutes gone by so far here in the second half. Chile has a little less than 6 minutes. Plus whatever the referee says, it's going to be added on. Valdivia's going to try to turn around. The referee says foul. You know, I've been going at the Brazilians all night in terms of yapping against the referee, but they have all the right to go ahead and be upset there. I'm not so sure that was a call. Valdivia looks like he goes and throws himself there, but nonetheless, it's going to be a free kick for Chile. On my count, says the referee, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps up for the wall. Let's see who gets on the wall. It's going to be Sixel, Rainer Pires, Pablo da Silva, and Concalves in the box. Jason's going to go ahead and try to pull the mark of Concalves to this side, create a little bit more space as he's going to go ahead and hug that goal line and post. Valdivia on the ball. See what they're going to do. The Chilean side. Everybody dispersed from him. Valdivia's going to strike it on goal. And what a great save by Rainer Pires as we hear the yells of excitement from the Brazilian side as they know that they're about 5 minutes plus whatever the referee gives away from being the first finalist of the 2018 PanAmerican Memorial Minifootball Federation Cup here in Guatemala. Unless the Chileans could take anything. Rojas, a shot, and another great save. But Rainer Pires sends the ball for a corner kick. Going to be taken care of by Rojas. Quickly does it, and he finds his teammate. Going to make the overlap run. No, however, it's Lilo. Back to Rojas. He's going to go even further back, and he has the goalkeeper to the far side, and he finds him. Now here's Ulloa. Back to, Ulloa wasn't able to save the ball. It loses itself across the line for a throw-in favor of the Brazilian national team. As you see more people, folks, you can see on the backside of the goals and behind the center of the field, making their way here to Estadio Cementos Progresos for semifinal number 2 between Guatemala and Mexico, and the Mexico team and the Guatemalan team both here already. That game's set to take off at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live here through 11 Sports. Pablo da Silva stops and controls with his left. You know, for Chile being down 1-0, they are showing no signs of trying to get a tie here as it's Brazil still going ahead and control the ball, and it should be the Chilean team going ahead and trying to go put pressure on top. Pablo da Silva opens it up even further for Freitas. See who checks in. Now it's Pablo da Silva once again. Here's Martins. Joao. He's going to go ahead and push. Nobody's going to get in front of him. He puts it to Freitas. He turns around, cuts back inside. Freitas is going to go ahead and do the break of the hips. Oh, what a shot right there. Concalves. It goes off a defender for a corner kick. 1-0 so far here from Guatemala City. Goal scored by number 4, Rafael Sixo for Brazil. Able to get in the back of net. Concalves is going to lose the ball. Here comes the counterattack for Chile. It could be here for the Chileans. Oh! That ball was already gone. It's going to be a dive and a yellow card going to be given for a Chilean side. The Brazilian team's happy. The Chileans not as happy as that. You know, it was a foul, I think, in my personal opinion. He does clip the player, but that ball was already going to be out of bounds. Nothing that Lilo was going to be able to go ahead and get that. Nonetheless, is a yellow card issued to Franco Antonio Ramirez Lilo of Chile. Throw-in going to be taken care of by Theo Concalves. The Chilean folks running out of time. Desperation mode should be now for this, as they are about 3 minutes away from being eliminated and having to play the third-place match between either Mexico or Guatemala, as we are set for that semifinal match number 2 coming up shortly here through 11 Sports. Once again, thank you for joining our telecast. My name is Jose Duran. Ball going to be cleared away by Joao Martins. Throw in for Chile. It could be here for the Chileans. Going to be left off. How many in the box? It's going to be lost. What they're going to do, recovered by Rafael Alves. Cleared away. Going to be a throw in for the Chileans. Ball going to play into goalkeeper Ulloa. 23 minutes gone by so far here, folks. About to be over unless the Chilean teams can do anything about it. Oh, not so sure if you can shoot it from there. Still loose. Ooh, off the foot of Godoy. Not so sure if that was exactly the play they wanted to go run by bringing down to his chest. Unable to control it. Nonetheless, it's going to be Brazilian ball with Pablo da Silva. Going to put in the middle here. Leonardo going to go ahead and turn around. Can make it too. Leonardo. Very well defended. Deflected off of a Chilean player. No, off Leonardo himself for a goal, for a throw-in for the Chilean side. Long ball looking for Valdivia. Valdivia's going to go ahead and take care of this one. No, he's going to leave it to his teammate, Flores. Again to Valdivia. He's being taken care of. He's going to do a bicycle kick pass to no one. Throw-in going to be taken care of here for Brazil. Nothing so far for Chile. 1-0 Brazil. Long ball here looking for Joe Martins. Very well cleared away by Fabian Alvaro Lagunas Valenzuela. Chile running out of time here. It's about to be in. The ball's going to be left there for Leonardo. Shot goes just wide for a goal kick. However, it does take a deflection. Corner kick says now, here's Freitas. He can shoot it from there. He does deflect it. Going to play it all the way back to the goalkeeper who says, you know what, just let it go all the way to a goal kick. As Reiner Pires has absolutely no time whatsoever, or as I say, no rush to take care of this one. Regardless, here comes the Brazilian side. Here's Leonardo. Going to go ahead and be stripped. The referee says foul. Free kick for Brazil. They've been arguing with the referee all night long, folks, have these Brazilian side. The game's about to come to an end, and it's looking like Brazil is going to be the first finalist of the 2018 Memorial PanAmerican Minifootball Federation Cup, unless Chile could go ahead and do anything about that in the next couple of seconds. As the referee is looking to his time, the ref is going to be cleared away. Looking for Rafael Axel. Headed back, deflected, and throw it for Chile. Absolutely no rush for Brazil. Taken down quickly, however, for Freitas. He's going to be pitted all the way back to Pablo da Silva. Hugging in the line is Teo Goncalves. They give it to him. He goes even further back to Pablo da Silva. He has this is Joao Martins. Back to Freitas. Going to put the ball up top, looking for Leonardo. He's going to go ahead and keep going. Ulloa comes off his line. Going to go ahead and clear it off Leonardo. Up for a throw-in for Chile, and it could be the last one here for the Chilean side. There's going to be a couple substitutions for the South American side of Chile, as we have hit stoppage time here from Estadio Cementos Progresos. Should be one of the last plays for Chile. If they could do anything, it's going to be a counterattack for Brazil. Teo Goncalves. He has Joao Martins. Is going to go all the way back to Pablo da Silva. Any mistake here from the Brazilian side could cost them a tie and possibly head into overtime and penalty kicks. Remember, folks, in the semifinal matches, if things end up tied, they go to 2 extra half times of 5 minutes each, and if it's still locked down to that, they go to penalty kicks. Diego Goncalves is going to go ahead and try to clear this one. It's going to be cleared all the way to the Chilean side. Leonardo is going to go ahead and try to get this one headed away, and it'll be a throw-in for Chile. Stoppage time here in Estadio Cementos Progreso. Almost time to head home for Chile and play that third place match. And for Brazil, they're going to go ahead and lock themselves in the final, looking for Godoy. It's going to lose itself. It's going to lose itself for a goal kick. Head coach of Brazil, Joao Guilherme Garcia, asking for time already. Long ball looking for Leonardo. He's going to go ahead and get their stoppage chest control. He has a teammate in the middle. He finds him. It could be two. Ulloa first. Last one for sure here for Chile. The ball's going to play very long. Lose itself up against the goal line for a goal kick. No, the referee says that actually a throw-in. No rush forever for Pires. That's Goncalves. Going to put that one back in, looking for Freitas. Head away from the defensive side for Chile. Off of Chile for a throw-in, as his time has come to an end here for 25 minutes, but the referee did give stoppage time, folks, being added on for the time wasted. Pires is going to go ahead and clear that one, looking for Leonardo. He's been all over the place, folks. And they call a foul on Leonardo. Not so sure about that. It's going to be a substitution here for Chile, as they bring in an extra player here. You are allowed to do that here in mini football. They take out the goalie, bringing in an extra player for for Chile, and it's Rojas. Last couple minutes here, and here's Rojas. See if they could do anything now. It's Chile playing with an extra man on the field with no goalie. I love when I see this here, folks, in mini football. No goalkeeper. And here's Chile trying to go ahead and pressure anything, but it also could cost them in a counterattack, as it could possibly could do here now. Here's Mancha. It could be one-on-one. He's leaving it to Pablo da Silva. Going to go ahead and cut inside. What a play by Pablo. Takes on one. Back to Mancha. It could be here for Chile. Going to be left off for Joao Martins. Deflected for a throw-in. And this is where it could be dangerous here for Chile, as they have a player on goal that is not a goalie. However, they want to go ahead and put that player up there as they are down on the scoreboard. Rojas going to go ahead and keep pushing. He's going to lose it. Brits it back by his chest. Turns around. Keeps pushing it. And see what Rojas does. Passes to Godoy. Godoy's going to go ahead and turn around. It could be for Chile. It could be an option here. The shot! Golazo! Goal! Chile! What a goal struck by number 15 of the Chilean national team. Just when we're at stoppage time. Couple of minutes left here, if not seconds of stoppage time. Able to strike it, and he says, hey, you know what, Jose? Let's keep this party going. Why not go over to overtime? As the referee blows his whistle to over as the game comes to an end. What a last-minute change of events here for the Chilean national side, taking it over to overtime. What a goal, last-minute chance. We are heading to overtime, folks. What a sequence of events. Here live from Estadio Cementos Progresos. We are having overtime here, folks. Wow. What a shot, and exactly what head coach Jose Antonio Pino Torres of Chile drew up when he takes out his goalie Ulloa, puts in Rojas as the extra player, was able to go ahead and create that next play and able to find the back of the net. What a game we're going to have here again, folks. We're going to go into overtime between Chile and Brazil. Brazil thought they had it in the back of their pockets already. I thought they had it in the back of their pockets. The referee able to give extra stoppage time due to time wasted here in the second half. And just like that, folks, we are headed into overtime. Looking at the face of President of Brazil, not a happy man here, as well as some of the coaches and players of the Brazilian national team. They thought they had it in the bag. I thought they had it in the bag. Time had already been 25 minutes. They added on to the stoppage time. And we are heading into our first overtime here of this game so far between Chile and Brazil. None of these teams yet making their way into the final. But nonetheless, Chile says, hey, you know what? I wanted to go ahead and invite Mr. Go as well, the most invited guest of them all to the party, able to make his way and presence felt here twice tonight so far. But an even greater way to go ahead and get here was the last-minute goal from Chile. Remember, folks, later on tonight, kickoff 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be Mexico taking on the host, Guatemala, live from 11 Sports. Again, that time is at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mexico taking on Chile. See who's going to be in the final tomorrow. We still don't know who's going to be in the final tomorrow between these two teams, Chile and Brazil. So far, goal scores by number 15, Christopher Brian Veas Arriagada, as well as number 4 for Brazil, Rafael Sixto. They are 4 players on the book so far. Rafael Sixto, Gustavo Bergman for Brazil. Chile, it is Franco Antonio Ramirez Lilo and Cristian Alejandro Arredondo Hermosillo in the books for the referee. Wow, folks, what a sequence of events we are having here so far tonight as both of these teams are going to be headed into overtime. 5 minutes, remember, folks, 5 minutes of overtime will be played here to determine who will be able to play in the final tomorrow and face on either Mexico or Guatemala. It seems that they're probably going to come back within a minute or two, so I'm fine with keep rolling. And if you want, if I see once it's
Y entonces estamos, buenas noches, bienvenidos y bienvenidas. Aquí corroborando, será ronda decisiva de penales. 6 penales por cada representación en la República de Brasil y de Chile. Y posteriormente, si es necesario, serán a muerte súbita. ¿Qué piensa usted de este juego?
overtime here, folks, between Brazil and Chile, about to take off here from Cementos Progresos, semifinal number 1, heading into overtime between Chile and Brazil. So it's going to be 2 minutes, folks, here of 5 minutes of extra, 2 halves of 5 minutes of extra time each. If there are no goals, we head over to penalty kicks. But so far, a very entertaining game between Brazil and Chile, folks, as if it goes into past the 2 minute, the 2 halves of 5 extra minutes each, and we still have yet to see no goals, we head over to penalty kicks. But if you're Chile and Brazil, you want to go ahead and get a goal regardless before you head into penalty kicks, because once it's penalty kicks, it's anybody's game, folks. It could be a mistake for your kicker. It could be a mistake from your goalkeeper. You definitely don't want to see that. Not so sure exactly what I'm seeing here, as it looks like I might have been wrong, folks. They're going to go ahead and go straight to penalty kicks between these two teams. Penalty kicks, no overtime between these two teams. All right, folks, just got confirmation exactly what went on here. It should be overtime that we should be seeing, but it looks like both teams got in accordance as to let's go ahead and take these penalty kicks. There's going to be 3 penalty kicks from each team. And after that, we go to sudden death. Sudden death meaning each team shoots, and whichever team misses, it's over. It's over here, but the first penalty kick is going to be taken care of by Brazilian side, the pride of the Ontario Fury and the Major Arena Soccer League. Thiago Concalves, defender number 2, is going to go ahead and take a shot. Ulloa is going to go ahead and strike him. Concalves! Goal! Scored by number 2, Thiago Concalves, able to find the net. 1-0 Brazil. Here comes Godoy. Now against Pires. He's getting into his head. Godoy, the shot. Goal! Goal! Christopher Brian Beas Arriagada, who was able to get in the score sheet to start the game. Both head coaches with their hands on their head praying. Brazilian national team players gathering themselves. The Chilean national team players gathering themselves. It's going to be Leonardo versus Ulloa. Brazilian versus Chilean. The shot! Goal! De Brazil! Leonardo Cardoso able to find the net. And here comes the Chilean national side, able to go ahead and tie this one up as a second penalty kick kicker. South American versus South American. Chilean versus Brazilian. The shot on goal. Goal. Scored by number 23, Fabian Lagunas Valenzuela. And it's the third penalty kicker getting ready for Brazil is Pablo da Silva. El Capi, the one wearing the captain's armband for the Brazilian national team, placing the ball on the ground. Everyone on their feet here in Estadio Cementos Progresos. It is Da Silva versus Ulloa. Da Silva Ulloa. Save by Ulloa. What a save by Ulloa. Pablo da Silva unable to get in the back of the net. Oh, what a change of each sequence event. And if Chile, folks, goes and scores here, it will be Chile into the final match tomorrow night. What a sequence of events if they get the goal as they were able to score in the last second of regulation. The shot by Chile. Goal! Goal! Chile in the final! Chile in the final! Chile is in the final, ladies and gentlemen, as they hover over each other on the pitch. Celebration, all going crazy as you hear chi chi chi, le le le, chi chi chi, le 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 from the teammates of the Chilean national side, as it's going to be Chile into the first final. It's going to be Chile making their way into the first final match. Wow, folks, back at it again. I was just letting you go ahead and take a listen to the ecstaticness of the crowd here, but more specifically of the Chilean national team side. As chi, 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 le, le, le. It's going to go ahead and be in the final tomorrow night to take on either Mexico or Guatemala. Oh, what a change of sequence of events we had here in end of regulation as Arriagada able to go ahead and score in the last second, and Chile making their way into the final. Stay tuned, folks. Coming up at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have Guatemala versus Mexico. Winner of that one plays Chile in the final. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. I'm Jose Duran. Talk to you soon, folks.